This is what not drinking is done. We're recording. It's fucking damn near 11 in the morning. You know what I mean? Almost 1. We've been sitting here since what, 11:15?
Yeah,
bullshitting.
It's me trying to convince you to start drinking.
You know, it's weird. It's the night and it's the podcast. So I figured if I did it in the daytime, the lack of alcohol wouldn't bother me. But you strategically placed all this fucking alcohol all over the woodshed. You know who you and the listeners are like? You guys are like fucking Big Nose Kate from fucking Tombstone, Wyatt Earp's girl. You know when she's making him drink and shit, and not Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday's girl.
Yeah.
She's making him drink and he's fucking dying, and she's just bad influence is what you guys are. That's all right though. I'm feeling good. I'm losing weight. My skin is clear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Don't even get me started on my urine. I'm good. When
I think we covered that last week.
When I go in for my physical next year or sometime this year, my doctor's gonna be fucking amazed because he always tells me, "Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing." Doc, I get down. Yeah, great, fine. Keep it up. So, and this is what scares me. Okay. Because I changed it. You know how those fucking centenarians, they drink and smoke I smoke a cigar every day since I was 14. You know, I worked in the fucking mines with the canaries and, I just started smoking. It kept me going. And the minute they stop smoking, that's when they keel over. Yo.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, careful.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah. I'm trying to justify sipping on something.
I got a bottle here, there, and there if you want to get
Okay. Emails. Vaughn says, Jesus Jones, which is a group I actually liked.
I did too.
What they have? Real, and Right Here, Right Now. That was it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. They didn't have a whole lot.
I like Real.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Jesus Jones, not drinking, huh? That's the move of a quitter.
Oh.
You've got to power through your urge to quit in these crazy times. We need drunks to give us their take on the world. Super Bowl is still weeks away. Did you get subpoenaed to one of Wood's family court cases? Is that why you have to stay sober?
You never know what you're going to have to test for when you get there.
Van, Vaughn. Yeah, like I said, man, we're almost there. We're almost there. It's like foreplay, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, I can see what you're saying.
Is it? No, it's nothing. Foreplay is at least pleasurable.
Well, that's true. Yeah, although it can be very frustrating a lot of times.
Yeah. Max says, back the fuck up. Why in the name of Zeus's butthole would we tempt the universe with Keith not drinking? As if 2020 wasn't a kick in the nuts, you think it's a good idea to not drink the first month of 2021. Dry January is some Pinterest bullshit. Grab a bottle and get back to normal so the world is righted. We all know that Wood can't drink enough White Claws for the two of you. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point.
That is not the first person to say that.
Next thing you're going to tell me is you've started running on some stupid shit. Have not started running. What do you mean not the first person to say it? What portion?
I can't drink enough White Claws.
No, you can't.
No, I've tried, and I don't have all that energy.
You tap out at 2.5.
Yeah.
Oh, it's filling.
Yeah,
it tickles my nose.
As the Utahns out here call them, they're high point shit.
Old timey Andy's in. You asked for emails, so we got them.
Yeah, I did.
Putting the devil's nectar back on the shelf, eh there, Buster? Nothing puts a burr in my craw like a man that can't hold his whiskey. Not saying that applies to you two chums, but quitting is right up there. Like the day is long, booze goes with this here program. Now get back on the horse and give it the old college try. For old time's sake or Pete's sake, if you're not much for schooling.
Somebody's sake.
Yeah. And if that don't tingle your udders, I'll uncork a bottle fresh from the still for you. Well, gotta stop. My steam engine just arrived, and I gotta go 2 towns over to fix some wagon wheels for old man Marshall on account of his 2 sons being off at war. Doing it for 3 pounds of lard and some salted meat.
What in the hell?
Yeah, that guy's stuck in the 1800s.
I was just gonna ask if somebody just quoted a book or a movie from somewhere. It's got to be the Tombstone and what was the other Tombstone in? We were asked to last week.
Tombstone and Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. Yeah, we were asked that last week. Maybe this is where all those references are coming from.
I know both those pretty well, and I know nothing about salted meat or lard.
No, my guess is that they're referencing old shit.
Oh yeah, old timey Andy does that every single time. Get this one. Hay from the Maple Farm. Wood and. Wood and, not and.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I just, in my sober state, I want to make sure all the punctuation and bad enunciation goes on the writer.
Yeah.
I've owned my share. I've fucked up enough emails in my drunken state in my time. Now it's Sam.
Yeah, and have you ever noticed, too, that whenever they make a mistake, they never write back again saying, oh, yeah, I made a mistake because I was drunk or I was high or whatever the case may be, or I was in the middle of getting whatever. You just leave it on us.
Yeah.
Well, that's not our fault. That's your fault.
Now that I'm clear-headed and
Take some
boring, I'm going to put it back on the writer. Wood Iron Keith just wanted to drop a note from the farm up here in New York State, which I didn't know that, farms were in New York State. I know there was open land, but I didn't know there was farmland. I know there's open area, but what do you think of? You think of the Poconos? What's that?
Right.
That's Pennsylvania. You think of, what is that? Where's Jay-Z and them live? The Berkshires, Brockshires, something like that? Just fucking estates. Like these mansions eat up all the fucking
Well, that's
farms,
all you see, but I thought that a large portion of New York, once you get out of the city, I thought a large portion of New York was farm.
Ask a New York City person that, and that's called out there. They call that way out there. Out there. All right. So anyhow, just wanted to drop a note from the farm up here in New York State. Since moving to follow my dream of becoming a maple farmer, a sentence that's never, ever been uttered, ever, except right here on this podcast, the only thing I've missed is my friends from back home. Listening to you guys and many of your guests each week reminds me of some of the best times with some of the best people in my life. Thanks for the laughs each week. By the way, speaking of maple syrup, let's make a suggestion. Excuse me, let me make a suggestion.
I'm all ears.
All right. A maple whiskey sour. He says ice, bourbon, lemon juice, maple syrup, and then he goes, trust me. Sean, a.k.a. Lenny B. Now, he doesn't say how much bourbon. He doesn't say how much lemon juice, and he doesn't say how much maple syrup.
I don't think it matters at that point.
What he also doesn't state is the name of his maple farm.
No.
So I have some suggestions.
Right,
Name for maple farm.
Maybe he makes the best maple syrup.
Yeah, so you want to distinguish yourself from the others.
Right, yeah.
How's Sticky Bottom? Where dripping is good. That's the tag, right? Or stick your tongue out. or how about...
Okay.
No.
You started saying these, and I didn't pick up on the reference for a second.
Yeah.
I am not going till Super Bowl without drinking. I am, and so it took me a second to catch up.
Okay.
And for a minute, I thought you were about to go into whatever you were into last night. And I'm like, wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute here, buddy.
This is named for his unnamed maple farm.
Okay.
I got Now Taste It.
Mm-hmm.
It's really warm when it comes out. Sticky holes. What just dripped on my face? Is it still on my back? It's not salty. And my favorite is taste it when it comes out. Mm. Yeah, because they come out of trees, right?
Yeah.
Who's the fucking freak that decided to bleed
hair.
a tree? Keep it out of my hair. That's a good one. Hand me my hair tie. Yeah, all those are great names because maple syrup is sticky and it gets all over. I don't know where your mind's going, but
I don't know. It's the same place, yeah. Because if you have long hair, I've seen people they'll eat the pancakes.
It stings my eyes. Yeah, all things. Yeah.
I can't blink it out.
Don't get it up my nose. let me know when it comes out because I'm not gonna swallow. But I mean, who the fuck? Whose dream is it to start a maple farm? I mean, good on you for running for your dreams.
I have no idea.
But most people,
mine.
I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to be a fucking race car driver. I'm going to a maple farm. What the? Do you have to know something about the chemistry makeup of maple?
I would hope. It's just like if you. Well, maybe it's not just like hell. I don't even know. People that they're like, oh, I'm gonna get honey from bees. So then they go out but you have to have some understanding of how to make honey or get honey from the bees.
Maybe if you don't on a go.
I hope not. Otherwise, that's going to be a short-lived career.
A day after work on a maple farm, though, must be like being in fucking quicksand, man. Just all that fucking. I can't stand to be sticky. My hands to be all because you get like wood and fucking leaves and animal fur. Trust me, all stuck in your hands and stuff. Okay, next email. Sober.
Oh boy.
Question mark, 3 exclamation marks. Wooden Keith. I'm pretty sure abstinence on all fronts. Abstinence.
Yeah.
On all forms is against your SWCS contract. Nice. Downing Water created a watered-down podcast. Do we really have to do this through the Super Bowl? Give Kevin a couple of bottles of Colt 45 and have him sit in for Keith. Maybe I'll have to drink it through the dry spell. Good podcast. Otherwise, love Jamathan. Jamathan, I'm sorry, buddy, to disappoint you. Kevin won't be showing up for a little while.
No. Kevin. Pretty sure when I heard a knock on the door today, I was like, "Oh, it's Kevin today." It's not. It's not. It's this version of Keith that we have.
Oh boy, you ready?
I'm ready.
Hi, Keith.
Ooh.
I know I usually write in about how impressed I am with your ability to sleep sitting upright due to the fact that there's no way your neck could relift your head each morning. I actually thought you were a carnival attraction when I first saw you because I thought there was a keg inside your head that dispensed alcohol. But I actually want to give you a compliment.
Oh.
Understanding the amount of empty calories that alcohol has and your need to fit into that black dress this summer since 2020 prevented you from going to whatever gala you were torn up about not attending. Or is it a court-ordered, or is it a court-ordered situation and now you just can't give your probation officer evidence of your consumption? Speaking of the justice system, could it be that Tasmanian devil Misty is being released from federal prison and after all the shit you said about her, she's coming your way and you need to pay attention?
She's about to hunt us down.
Don't worry, Wood drinks White Claw. And from what I understand, it's been scientifically proven that White Claw shrinks your testicles, making screaming like a bitch easier, so he'll be able to summon all the former men that drink that testosterone antidote to arrive in a Mazda Miata to give her their version of the Care Bear stare. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, yeah. Hi, Wood. Zach.
I forgot about the whole Care Bear.
The Care Bear stare. Mazda Miata is my favorite part. That's the end of the emails.
Oh, man. And with the end of the emails brings us to, I'm going to start us out with Native Roots Design. Because if you're watching live or if you watch this later to see what in the hell we're talking about, I have a flask.
Yeah, me too.
Keith does as well. He has filled his with
smart water,
some H2O.
Yeah.
I, however, did not. I put White Claw in it like any man would.
Even though you're drinking White Claw out of that, I know you're drinking alcohol and you have a flask and I have an identical one, and it's kind of like watching another guy fuck your girlfriend, because your flask is a lot more funner than what I got going on over here. I realize the turmoil here, but these flasks are sharp and I can't wait to pop this damn thing's cherry. Water's not doing it justice. 8 ounces of funkin' love, man, made by Native Root Design.
Yeah. Native Roots Design, guys. Go check them out on Instagram, and then it'll send you over to his Etsy shop, which I always find to be
effeminate.
Yeah. A name like that, I feel like that's rough and rugged and tough. And then go to his Etsy and then order. It doesn't matter. He makes great product, guys.
Well, Etsy sounds like something that would be a personalized license plate on a Mazda Miata.
Yeah. And
that's my nickname.
I'm sure
that's my nickname in drill.
I'm sure it's on his Pinterest too. I'm sure he's got that out there. But that's at Native Roots Design, guys. Check them out. And then next we have MVP jersey framing.
Yes. Get out there, man. All your high school glory. Most of us, right? Most people didn't play past high school. Few played college, but your glory days, And I think in high school you had to give your jersey back because public schools really can't be funded like that.
Yes.
Take the jersey. It's yours. It's got your funk on it. Probably 18 other years worth of people's funk on it, but take it. At least take the practice one. Take it down there to MVPJerseyFraming.com, and let me tell you something, man. They'll make that bitch look pristine. They'll be like, "Who is that? Pistol Pete Maravich? Is that his jersey?" You know what I mean? It'll look good like that. It's classy.
I'm not sure many people are gonna remember, but sure, yeah.
Yeah, Pistol Pete.
Yeah,
that motherfucker was nice.
Ask anybody like 24, 25 years and younger. No one knows.
You know when I found out I was getting old? I think I've told the story before. When I was talking to a dude, and this is back in the fucking 90s. I said something about Dr. J. He goes, "Who's Dr. J?" Oh, I wanted to tear his throat out, man. So yeah, you're right. Pistol Pete is a lot further than Doc.
Yeah. Dr. J's a lot bigger name than Pistol Pete.
And they didn't remember. But anyway, MVPJerseyFraming.com. Go on there, look and see what he does, how he gets down. All that shit is custom made by hand, like a fucking Amish person, like somebody living on a fucking maple farm. He does this shit with his bare fucking hands. You ever see Doc Hollywood?
Yeah.
When the judge is like, a man can't be paid for something he built himself. It just can't be done. So he makes Michael J. Fox be the doctor there. He makes that little hot Julie Warren, right? She pisses outside. He's not as clean as mine. Anyhow, who else we got?
Last but not least, we got Tiger Claw Tattoo, guys. You, if you've listened to this, watch this, you know where they're at. They're in Mill Creek. Tiger Claw Tattoo is still putting out fantastic artwork.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic work. Remember, because we're still in COVID season. I thought this was going to end a year ago, but here we are still in COVID season.
Still fucking shit up.
And you have to be in the state for the last 10 days, but you got to call them up, get yourself scheduled an appointment, and they'll see you. They'll put some beautiful ink on you. I'm going to be going in there here in the near future to finish up some more things.
Okay.
So join me. Go over to Tiger Claw Tattoo.
But keep in mind, it's not whatever you want. If you go in there with some fucking biker dude and you look like you're just abducted from Minnesota, and the biker dude says to the tattoo artist down there, I want the name Viper put on her back. He's going to look at you and go, do you want Viper? And you're going to go, yes. And he's going to go, you sure you want Viper? Yes. You know what he's going to do? He's going to boot you guys out of there because he doesn't do that kind of work.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so, ethical. Yes, ethical, man.
Very much so.
Yeah, well thought out shit.
Yeah, so check out Tiger Claw Tattoo, guys. In fact, we're going to take a quick break for those of you that are watching live. We'll give you their address and their phone number.
Whoa. What are you drinking? Tiger Claw brings the snaggles. What are you drinking?
Holy shit, yeah. Well, because I'm throwing all sorts off. You may be drinking water.
Yeah.
But I'm drinking, I already said, really, White Claw in my flask.
In his flask.
It's not a joke.
It's
okay. See, I got a funnel here. Oh. I got a funnel and I funneled it in. Why wouldn't I just drink it out of a can? I don't know. Because they gave it to me. It's nice. It's fun to have.
Because we got these badass flasks.
Yeah. So I filled it up with white.
Yeah.
Just for proof. There's the can. That's what I'm drinking out of. I don't care. It's fun to drink out of a flask. Now, because of also COVID, I am not going to many galas right now or anywhere fancy. So I have nothing to put. I have nowhere to go to put a drink in it. But when I do.
You can't sneak alcohol in anywhere. I mean, maybe the maternity ward. Do they let you in anymore?
Yeah, one person. Yeah.
That'd be you with your flask.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I could take my flask in there. So on the next couple, I'll have a flask in there. So that's our Snaggles. Guys, I'm sorry. We're all backwards. This is what happens when Keith throws a wrench into the things and gets... Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
How do you like my get-up, Wood?
I love your get-up. I was just going to say it should be, I feel like you stole it right out of MVP jersey framing and put it on.
This could go there. You know what I like about a robe? You know what I like about a robe?
You don't have to wear anything underneath it.
You never know. You
never
never
know.
know. You never know. You could be freeballing it, right? You could have on, I don't know, whatever you're into, you could have it on.
Right.
But then you can still go out and get the mail.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah, you can.
You know?
Yeah.
And only certain people wear robes. Either, like Tony Soprano always wore robes. So either you're somebody in control or you're fucking giving up on life and don't want to get dressed, right?
You know what I like to do when I wear a robe is have a cigar. Because I feel fancy.
Okay.
Now at a hotel,
Hugh
typically.
Hefner wore one.
He's
satin robe, but he wore one. And I'm sure he was naked under his a lot.
All the time?
Yeah.
I don't know that do you think he ever got dressed?
I don't. I think he always wore a robe and pajamas. That was his thing.
Well, I don't know.
And that's everybody's goal, right?
Yeah, to never have to get dressed.
Though. I don't own any pajamas.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I have a robe.
I just got this Red Sox robe, Red Sox hat, my new Red Sox hat. You like the gray?
I do. That's
sharp,
it. Yeah, the whole getup's sharp.
Yeah.
I think you should walk around town just wearing that. Let everybody wonder.
That's how you get the cops called on you. Okay. But I figured since we're doing an early show, I might as well dress appropriately.
You should, yeah.
What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
I had eggs, just some scrambled eggs, but I did make some pancakes, waffles, and egg muffin. I don't want to add the MC in the front because it's, not my thing.
You made pancakes and waffles?
Uh-huh.
Why?
I was asked by different people.
Yeah, you get one fucking thing. I'm making pancakes today. If you want waffles, I'll tell you what. Cut them up in squares.
So the way I run my ship is in the morning, there's a number of options.
Okay.
Cereal, eggs, hash browns, pancakes, waffles. I mean, a lot of breakfast things.
Okay.
Lunch, you're on your own.
Got it.
Dinner time, you eat what I make.
Oh,
you
so
sit down.
It narrows down as time goes on.
Oh, yeah.
So you're a morning person is what you're telling me. You wake up in a happy mood, and as it goes on, you get madder.
Let's go. Yeah, and by the end, I'm like, I don't care. This is what we're having, all right? Sit your ass in a chair and eat it.
Okay.
Put a smile on. Yeah, that's what I do.
We got educated, and who do I say is the smartest person I know all the time? I say it. Who is it?
Smartest emailer?
Smartest person I know.
Your wife?
My sister. Thanks for getting me in fucking trouble. I appreciate that. But yeah,
okay.
My sister.
Throw me a. You're right. That's right. She's very rich, and she has whooped your ass more than once. Yes.
No, that's my cousin.
Not physically.
Oh no, verbally, yeah.
Mentally.
Mental acuities are out the chart. Anyway, this is why this fucking shocks me. This is why this shocks me.
Okay.
She sent us the video of the life and times of the big dick guy in the bed.
Yeah.
And you were happy, and I was fucking shocked because this doesn't even correlate in my world. That guy with that giant fucking penis, the brother on the bed, his name is Wood.
Yeah, I liked it.
You loved it.
I did.
You loved it.
It's like, yeah, boy.
Obviously, he passed away in what,
2016? Yeah.
And I'm a little disappointed, and this is going to sound gay as fuck, but I'm a little disappointed that wasn't his real dick. I guess they took that dick off somebody else or enlarged it or did something.
Yeah, they didn't talk about it too much as far as what it was.
Was it girth or length? They didn't say.
No, They just said, he was on some hard times.
Well,
but
nice.
And he needed some cash and a little bit, so he did this, and then went on and lived because I think the pictures were taken in 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he passed away before it
blew
enlarged.
up. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to go enlarged.
And before it grew, yeah. Then it grew. But did you see they also created like a GoFundMe for his family to help with like a headstone and the expenses that they paid for his funeral and all that?
According to that picture, it looked like he had a headstone already, but
they had it because of that funding.
Oh, you mean a cement headstone?
Yeah.
His head was stone. That's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't know where you were going, after the growing part. But it sucks that he wasn't alive to see that,
take off,
explode.
Yeah.
Grow. But
blow up.
Here's the thing, though. So he's working out at the gym, and this guy comes up to him and says, "Hey, I'd like to take some pictures of you sometime." I mean,
and the guy, if you go through the story, and not that this really has much to do with it, like not that it matters really, I guess, but it's the guy runs like it's a photo. Yeah, he asked for photo, but it's a gay company.
Okay.
So he doesn't know if Wood is or not, but he approaches him. He's like, "Hey," and I'm sure in his mind he's like, "I'm thinking there's probably a lot of dudes that would love to see you naked."
Yeah, it's called a bear, right? Don't they call it a bear? Yep.
And so he approaches him, and then he agrees.
Well, again, he was hard on money, and I didn't do that one on purpose. He needed money,
He did.
and I guess he was a jovial guy, really accepting of all types of things. He accepted a lot, so he went with it. I just don't know how that conversation goes. Where we're gonna take a picture and we walk into a place and it's just a bed and you and a camera. You know what I mean? You gotta warn me, man. He
he was on high alert when he walked in there. Like, wait a minute, what kind of Jeffrey Dahmer shit's gonna happen in here?
Kind of makes you stiff up a little bit.
Yeah, and so, but if you look into it, and his real name is kind of unique, actually. I can't remember what it is.
I think it was Wardy.
Yeah, and so people just call it. I don't know what they call him Wood, but
was it Wardy?
Even his last name was like unique.
Okay, I don't.
So
remember
his whole name was unique. It was kind of neat. So the story in and of itself is really neat, and then but it's been used for so many things.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've seen a ugly sweater with that picture printed on it with a Christmas sock on it. You know.
So who's getting paid off that? The guy that took the picture, or
his family?
They're making money off it.
It's him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's him and it's his photo. I don't know why he wouldn't. Maybe they split it. Maybe they share. I don't know. So my guess is it would go to the family, but also the family's all been very accepting of it. Where a lot of these turn in and it gets kind of negative stuff. The family's been all not all, I'm sure, but most positive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's kind of neat.
Shown in a good light, sitting on the bed, waiting for you to come his way. You know what I mean? I saw a video. Now, we're not cat people, you and I.
Mm-mm.
But what do you hear from cat people all the time? My cat's just like a dog.
Yeah.
My cat's just like a dog. Why don't you get a fucking dog then? Okay?
Yeah.
My cat's just like a dog. Well, I saw a video because the guy says my cat sits on command and plays fetch. I was like, fuck you, take video of it, show it to me when you got it. He goes, well, I have it now. Opened up his fucking phone, told his cat to sit, cat sat the fuck down. Threw something, the cat went, got it, brought it back, dropped it, waited for it to be thrown again, threw it again. Cat just kept bringing it back. Then he told his cat in the middle of playtime to sit. Cat sat. Never seen that shit before in my life. I was impressed.
Was it a small dog?
No, it was fucking straight up cat. Straight up cat. I wonder if you can teach it to ask to go out so it doesn't shit in the house. Because if cats are just like dogs, why is he shitting in the house? You think you can teach a cat to go outside to take a shit?
Yeah, you could teach a dog to shit in a litter box.
Okay, why would I do that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Why would I do that?
Why do you let your cat shit in your house?
I've seen people that train the dogs that, well, just on video, to shit and piss in the toilet.
And
their toilet.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
No, I'm not going to share.
I'm not doing that.
No, but they train animals for movies all the time, so I'm sure it can be done. But I think people just don't put any effort into training cats because they're cats.
Yeah.
Because
who get a pass, huh?
Yeah, because who honestly likes cats? They're assholes, and everyone's allergic to them.
A lot of people like cats. I'm a dog person, not a fan of cats, but I know there's people out there that like cats. I don't get it. Unless you have a rat infestation, a mouse.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you do it.
Yeah.
Right. Even then, I'm like asking neighbor, can I borrow your cat for a week or two? Because I don't want a cat.
Yeah, I'd forget to feed it. No, seriously.
You better find a mouse because I ain't going to feed you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Anyhow, this cat fucking sat on command. I saw
That's amazing.
Here's something that can piss you off.
Okay.
All right? You're going somewhere, and this, I want you to explain this to me, how this fucking works. How in the fuck is a townhouse that looks like an apartment considered something you can own when you never fucking own it, right? Aren't those things like, aren't they HOA? Don't you always got to pay dues and shit?
Yeah.
And then if you own it, you got to pay taxes on it, right?
Yeah.
So you're getting double fucked.
And if you, I don't think you can go in, like here, like at my house, I can knock down a wall, I can add on, I can do this, I can do that. You can't do that there.
Right. That's that HOA shit. So you can't even do that in one of those communities. You know, one of those communities, we got a park for you guys to play at, so that's why we're charging. You know what I mean? Yeah. We'll pick your garbage up and we'll shovel it in front of your house, but we won't shovel your fucking driveway.
Right.
I don't need in front of my house shoveled. I need my driveway shoveled.
Right.
You know? Yep. But they don't do none of that shit. But then they charge you for it. So how is this okay? Because also now these fucking townhouses are going for more than fucking houses, man.
Oh, yeah.
You see them crazy. 1,500 square feet, $230,000. How is a new person out of high school, college, whatever, going to make it?
You're not. You're absolutely not going to.
So who the fuck are they building these for?
I don't know.
Who's going to live here?
Crazy people that want to buy, though. I never understood it. Plus, most of the time, because there are some that aren't, but most of the time you have a neighbor that's walls attached to your wall.
Correct.
Well, if I want that, I'll just live in an apartment. If I don't want an apartment, I want a home. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to attach you to another home?
I don't get it.
I don't either. I've never understood townhomes. I personally think that they're a bad investment.
Okay.
In my opinion, but I'm not in real estate, and I don't have millions of dollars.
I think
so what do I actually know?
The only way you would own the townhouse is if you had a job where you traveled a lot. You know, if you were a pilot, you know what I mean? and you're traveling. Pilots still travel like that, right? They like. I mean, just a single guy traveling around town, like Leo in that fucking movie. Didn't he do that shit?
Yeah, but he wasn't even
also
a real scamming people.
Yeah, but a guy, so a guy that's scamming. You know, like De Niro said, don't get attached to anything you can't walk away from 5 minutes flat. I think a townhouse would apply because you don't have to mow your own lawn.
That actually, I do find some peace in mowing my own lawn. I enjoy it. I love mowing the lawn.
Well, that's because you're used to a lot of noise.
It's true.
Yeah.
I can put on headphones and I just tune out the world and I mow and I enjoy it. I always have it. As a kid, when I had a job as I worked at the community college mowing lawns. I loved that job.
You loved it because all those college co-eds were out there. That's what you loved.
That's another thing that I loved about it.
Don't try and fucking throw that curveball by me, man.
Family would, and they would. Of course, I would get paid, and family would pay me to mow their lawn, and I would do that. I enjoy it, but I know that I'm not. I don't know. I'm not everybody. So I hate cats.
I guess full circle. I guess the Masked Singer did so well. They got the Masked Dancer now.
Yeah.
Who's watching this fucking shit?
Somebody's got to be.
These fucking Illuminati fucks with these goddamn freaky ass masks and shit. They look like. Remember that little thing Greg found in Hawaii? You know, they wear masks like that, and it was fucking Greg crashed and Peter got hurt and was fucking cursed and shit. Right. All the masks look like that, right? They're not just like a Ronald Reagan mask. It's not like fucking Point Break, right? It's all these elaborate masks and these fuckers up there dancing or singing, and then you got to sit there as a celebrity and guess. I think that's Shaquille O'Neal, and the guy's the size of fucking Gary Coleman, right? How does this shit even get on fucking TV, man? And the evolution of TV, it was. I remember it was reality TV, right? And the first reality show was what? Real World, MTV. Yeah, the Real World. Right? They don't get the credit they deserve. Just like fucking New Edition doesn't get the credit they deserve for being the first boy band. Don't get me started, okay? So you got reality TV, and then it went to game shows. Remember, everybody had a game show. The Weakest Link, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? What is? You might be a redneck if. I don't know. They had like zillions of game shows. Yeah. And now they're doing all these fucking dumbass. I'm a celebrity, and look, I can dance and I can sing.
And that all started with like American Idol. When they would go up and sing, and then the British dude would make fun of people, and everyone thought it was great. Then they, someone would win if they could sing good, and then it changed to fill in the blank country has got talent.
Yeah.
And then I think that's still around actually.
We had a guest. We had a contestant. Remember, Rhyme Time and his group was on there.
Yeah. And then now it's kind of morphed into all these things. Like, so there was So You Think You Can Dance, and now it's because it's not enough to be able to sing good and or dance good. Now we have to mask you.
Put the mask on.
And guess. Now we're putting it back on. Look how cool the celebrities are for guessing who can dance or sing. The singing one always blew my mind because don't you recognize voices?
Yeah.
Like if someone starts, even if it's an actor that starts singing, the second they stop, you're kind of like, I think I recognize that voice. Yeah. Well, that's Kevin Hart. I recognize that voice and his stature. Because I don't know on the singing one, do they hide them?
I haven't watched Moment One. I see the commercial and I start throwing shit at my TV because it comes on during fucking football. Who are you attracting?
It's all about the money, man.
Who watches football now is my fucking question. It's like, like the emails. Guys give me shit.
Everybody has
Suck it up and drink, right? Those are locker room guys. I recognize those fucking guys. I don't recognize these new guys that are watching shit, man.
Because everybody now, though, because you can't go to the games, so everyone's watching football from home now. So why not promote to... I think we talked about this last week. You got to promote to both sides of the audience. You got to promote to the people watching the football. And then you got to promote to the people that are with the people watching the football. You know?
I don't think everybody's watching football. I ran into a guy yesterday. I think I had this same exact hat on. You know that B.
Yeah.
He goes, what's the B stand for? And I just looked at him. This is an adult male in America. What's this B stand for? I told him. He goes, oh, yeah. That's right. And he asked me another question. I go, yeah, I'm going home to watch the football games. Oh, yeah. That's right. He had no idea what I was talking about.
Those things.
He had no idea what I was talking about, man.
One of my other favorite bees, don't reach across and slap me, but it's gone now. They don't make it anymore, is
Brooklyn.
Yep.
Dodgers,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's a beautiful one too.
That was a good looking one.
Yeah.
I was fine with that. Jackie Robinson, man, you gotta
Yeah.
cut him some slack.
Yeah.
Once I move to LA, I'm done.
Yeah, but that's another that I think is widely recognizable throughout the country. I think it should be. I mean, it's even though it's New York, but even like the Yankees, NY, everybody. There's certain things people I think should recognize.
Always
it's
looked like
American.
Chinese writing to me. The NY from New York, which I thought was funny when the Indiana Jones movie, when the little Asian kid had a Yankees hat on. I wonder if he thought it actually meant something. You know what I mean? It looked like
It's
a
some
word.
symbol
Yeah, it
or
always looked
something.
like Chinese writing, man. So I felt a fucking cold sore coming on. And nothing stresses me out like a cold sore. Not because of the pain, although they do hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm not eating an abundance of salt and chips right now.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have had that particular problem. But you can't have a cold sore without looking like a fucking person that sucks dick for drugs.
Yeah, where you been putting
right?
your mouth?
Not even money. You don't even want the money. You just want to suck dick for drugs. That's how anybody with a cold sore. So I'm stressing that I'm gonna get this fucking cold sore, and it's gonna look like I'm laying, putting pipe down my throat so I can get a few kernels of meth.
The more you stress about it, the more it's going to show up.
Yes.
But you're plenty hydrated, I see.
Yeah.
And I've watched you over the last 2 weeks.
Mhm.
You're plenty hydrated, so dehydration and stress can really.
What does it?
Yeah.
I fought that bitch
Or the
off.
sun,
There's a
for
pill.
me.
There's a pill you can take for it.
Yeah.
And it will alleviate it. And
Once
take
you
it down.
feel it.
It never
start-
festered. I never got the full. I ran away from home when I was 17 and been on the streets since then. And this is how I survived. Look, you know what I mean? I haven't had that.
I promise I'm just paying for college.
Yeah, right. Everybody's paying for college, right? I ain't got no fucking shoes on. Never cut my nails in years. I'm just paying for college. That's why I'm going down on you. By the way, can you pay me in crack? But and you hear, I was listening to this podcast on Bill Cosby, and I won't get into that, right? But this motherfucker, goddamn, right? But I'm thinking, how come girls aren't wired that way? How come girls, like, you never hear about a girl slipping a guy a roofie and eating him out? You know what I'm saying? How come it's always guys that are so fucking creepy with that? Like a girl would slip your roofie and take all your what? Money out your damn wallet.
Yeah.
And then you never see him before.
Well, because
you never see him again before.
You see those shows where the girl's like, I'm going to tie you up, and they'll handcuff him or tie him to a bed.
No, sir.
And then they take the money, they take the clothes, and they're like, and his keys to his car, and they're like, see, asshole.
Yeah.
Someone will find you.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
No thanks.
Yeah. And now the shows where the guy ties the girl up, that's all
going down a
sorts of
different
bad.
road.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going down a different road. See, that's when you're gonna report the guy getting tied up and his clothes taken.
He can say
he
shit.
doesn't want to report that. All he wants is a pair of pants that fit, a shirt, and a ride close to home.
Yep.
Not even to home, close to home, so you can say, "Hey, I got jumped, honey, and they stole my underwear." What?
Yeah.
They stole your fucking underwear? You ever watch the Antiques Roadshow?
Yes, I have.
What do you like about it? Why do you watch it?
I like all the old shit that, and it makes me think that that my family may have shit stored in a garage somewhere that I could one day get appraised for a lot of money. I know it's probably not, but it's neat to me to see things as they've random shit too that appraises over the years. I don't know. I just enjoy it.
What I noticed about that fucking show is this guy will bring in a painting, right? And this is what they always say. They bring it in, and what they say, I brought this in. My grandfather had this, and he left it to my dad, and in his will, and then my father got tired of it, and he left it with me. How long you had it? Oh, I've had it about 30 years.
Yeah.
But now I would like to get it appraised just for insurance purposes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They always want to get it appraised for insurance. No, motherfucker. You either getting a divorce, okay? You're trying to get some money, or you're trying to send your kid to college. You want to sell this fucking bitch.
Yeah,
and if
that's
he
what
says
it
the
is.
right fucking number, you can tell when they say the right number too, because they get this glazed over look. Oh, I had no idea. Right, that's what they say.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Would you like to buy it? Would be my next statement, Mister. This is so much worse
Well,
shit,
this
right?
is worth $2.5 million. I'm sorry. Do you want to buy it right now?
Right now.
Or do I go to the? Do I pay for it? I get the money at checkout.
What line do I need to get in to sell this bitch? Because I see all these people snaking around this place. What line? But they all. I just want to do it for insurance purposes. And if it comes in, they had it 30 years, and it's like $1,500. It's usually like, I think. Oh, yes, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah.
And the guy would be like, it's worth $1,500. I'd insure it for at least $2,000. Huh? You can see just the vitriol in their eyes. It's just like, that motherfucker left me nothing. I knew this was a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And we moved this from house to house, and it's a piece of shit. But when they go, oh, this is worth $70,000, you see the look. They never say, oh, my agent. Yeah, my agent. I wonder what the premiums will be on that. You know, it's like, I'm getting rid of this bitch today. And they do a thing now, because a lot of Antiques Row shows are the old ones because of COVID. They do a thing now with what it was worth in like 2017 or 2007 or 2010 and what it would be worth now. And
I haven't seen those.
Yeah, and they got this little fucking red arrow down, right? And so something that was worth like 20 grand, it'll go down and be like worth 3 grand. And I'm like, God, I hope they sold that fucking thing. I start feeling for them because I'd hate to be watching that and this fucking thing sitting in the background, when the crime scene photographer comes around and sitting in the background, this person blew their head off because they didn't fucking sell it.
The guy comes back in and he's like, hey, so I didn't sell it the last time around. I'm just here, to see. I'm just curious. Do you remember me? They're like,
right,
buddy, you done messed up.
Yeah, you missed your opportunity.
I'll give you $5.
Oh man, so I
think art does, art, crafts, those things. I think it goes up and down depending on the market. And
on what people want. Yeah.
And right now, I don't think like if you've got an RV. Bet your ass that shit's gonna sell.
Yeah.
You get any top dollar out of an RV. If you got a painting, you'd be like, it's not gonna hang in my RV.
Or a ticket to Flint. That's not gonna be worth shit.
No.
You hear they figured out the water fucking problem there?
No.
And they're taking 369 people are being blamed for this. There's no what is that a girl? Yeah, there's one girl on here. 2 brothers. Right, so somebody was getting palms grease, right? Because brother's supposed to be looking out for the community. Hey, you know what? That's a misnomer though, because we get Diego in here and he talks about being from Flint, and so I always think there's just. Did you see Flint Town? Did you see that documentary on Netflix?
No, I don't think so.
Holy fucking third world country, man. So he tells me to watch this, and it's fucked up. But all I saw was black people. But then I saw on the news, there was this white lady talking about no water in Flint. So, it's just white people. There's white people everywhere, black people, But we put that in our heads. Harlem, there's only black people, right? I've seen white people in Harlem, right? Compton, there's only black people. And I've seen Polynesians in Compton. I don't think I've ever seen a white person in Compton. I've only been there twice. So
I think they get off the wrong exit to the freeway.
Yeah, right. It's probably a big sign, turn around.
Yeah. You have entered the wrong zone, my
like
friend.
the rides? Like the rides, if you're not this tall, they got a shade. If you're not this dark, get the fuck back on the freeway because you're going to lose your underwear. But anyhow, they charge these people. They're blaming them. I guess they were getting water out the polluted river and shit and feeding it to people.
Dumping it in?
And dumping it. It's just a big
So they're taking the water out of there and putting it in the clean water system to contaminate?
Well, by that, you'd asked me to do fucking research, and I did not do any. I just saw the headline. And I take that back. There's 2 girls, and these girls are haggard, man. They're going to do all right in prison.
No.
They're going to do all right. There's one guy on here, a young guy. He's not going to do good in prison because he's kind of, a young, feeble-looking guy. So, yeah, he's going to get fucked.
I was going somewhere with that, and I don't remember now. But when you say they contaminated the water, they got bad water, whatever.
Well,
in my mind, I'm thinking they went to some water source that was bad and put it in the clean and good water.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of gathering from it. Yeah, I would have done more research. That's usually you carrying me because I'm usually rambling. But if you want to clear mine, you can try the smart water. This will clear you right up.
It seems to be making you very smart.
So get this shit.
Okay.
Sephora. You know that shop? What's in there? What kind of clothes they sell?
I don't know.
But you've seen it, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Sephora.
Sephora. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right. So they're trying to combat racial bias by cutting back on security guards. Now, I would think keep the same amount of security guards and train them better that not all people who are black are going to rob you.
Right.
Right? But no, they're going to cut back on security guards. This is going to take care of our racial bias.
I don't think. Who's going to tell them they're not doing it right? Because you're right. Like, how about you stop the people that are stealing?
How about you train your security officers?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like start doing it right.
Yeah, that's what you mean. Okay. You were talking drunkenese, and I didn't quite understand.
Keith from 2020 would have understood me. Just gonna put that out there. I can't wait for the Super Bowl. I don't give a shit who's in it at this point.
10-year-olds across the nation are going off. We talked a couple of weeks ago about the 10-year-old pulling his little sister out of burning house.
Yeah.
Right out of Tennessee. So, apparently their straw hut was on fire. That's what you're living in if you're in Tennessee, right? So they pulled him out the house. Good on the 10-year-old. I'm not clowning him. I'm clowning his parents for building a very flammable house out of probably asbestos and matchsticks. You do what you can in Tennessee, right?
Yeah, because everybody's a musician and trying to make it.
Which Tennessee is known for two things in my mind. The first one is the county that Jack Daniels is made in, some of the best alcohol on the planet. Three things in. Is made in a dry county. So you make it there, you can't even drink it there. Right. Then we talked about my boy Nearest Green being the real one that invented Jack Daniels. Right. Jack just stole it because Jack owned Nearest Green.
Right.
The third one is Tennessee is the home of the Klan. That's where the Klan started. You would think the Klan would have started like Mississippi
or
what I would Georgia.
Thought. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the deep South shit.
One of the Carolinas. Yeah. You know, Alabama.
I was going to say Alabama. That's where I
makes sense. Makes sense. Those are some racist motherfuckers over there. At least, you know, when it was okay to be racist, I guess. Maybe now they just stay home.
When I think of Tennessee, I think of Nashville.
Yeah, country music shit.
Yeah,
Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, Grand Ole Opry.
I heard something.
Grand without a D, I think.
Grand, yeah. It's based off a radio show. So they used to do a radio program from that building before it was called the Grand Ole Opry. Okay, but before that show there was an opera. So the DJ on the radio says, "We just got done listening to the opera. Now we're going to listen to the Grand Ole Opry," talking about country music. Boom, it's stuck. And I guess there's something on the floor there that everybody has stood on that played this, like their mark. And it's a famous part of the floor. Gosh, I got a lot of useless information. Anyhow,
you do.
A 10-year-old saves her little sister from drowning in pool. Little sister jumps in and got a floaty around their waist. Okay. And they get top heavy, like those girls I was showing you on the at the free throw line. And she goes underwater and she's upside down. And other sister's in the pool and she gets out and she doesn't notice till she turns around and sees her sister and she jumps in, pulls her out and does CPR on her until the paramedics get there. The thing that kills me is the parents were lounging on the other side of the pool. I don't know if they had headphones in, which is probably bad parenting 101 if you're by the pool, right? You kind of want to hear and see what's going on.
Yeah, I would
but
think
they're laying
so.
there. Meanwhile, the 10-year-old's dragging the sister out while the parents are just laying there. They finally got up and realized that the kid's drowning. But shout outs to these 10-year-olds for doing the right thing.
Hell yeah, something's happening. One of my biggest fears, I will share this with the world. One of my biggest fears is drowning, either myself or people around me. Now I love to swim, and I'm very good at it.
Okay.
I couldn't compete in the Olympics by any stretch, but I think I'm pretty good at it. And I love the water and all that. And but my biggest fear is drowning. Like kids, people I know, if we go hang out, like you've been to Vegas, and if you ever go to anywhere that has a pool and you're out there partying, I'm just worried that everyone's going to drown. It's a strange fear that I had. I'm sure it's a phobia, but it's a strange fear that I have. I can't. Oh man, water terrifies me.
Those Vegas pools are like fucking mosh pits in '95. I don't get those fucking things. Those people are fucking ruthless out there, man. And they're from all over the countries. They don't have the same etiquette as your country.
And I'm surprised that people don't walk out of there
bruised
pregnant.
Up.
Oh yeah, same thing.
Have you tried to you put some swimmers in there? What have you done, man?
I do. You're just saying.
You got some mermaids flying around here. Ugh.
All different walks of life going over there.
Have you ever owned a waterbed?
Well, not me myself, but I growing up, my parents had a waterbed. Well, my parents had a waterbed, and then they also my siblings had a waterbed. I was never given one. I think they saw the writing on the wall there. But I've
How long did your parents own a waterbed?
I've appreciated a waterbed.
How long did your parents?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, maybe your younger siblings were conceived in that waterbed is my question.
Could have been, yeah.
Because there's no way to hide the fact that you're having sex when you have a fucking waterbed.
No.
Number one, you got to work extra fucking hard because if you throw your rhythm off one fucking stroke, now you got to fight that wave of water back the other way. You know what I mean? Right?
The splishing and the splashing goes the other way.
And don't get started close to the edge because you will sink right in between that little pleather little pleather banister there and into the bag of the water thing.
Oh yeah. And you don't want to lay on that thing that's with somebody that considerably outweighs you either.
No, never done that. Well, I'm sure somebody out there is bitching about the fact that I outweighed him, but I've never done that. No.
Yeah. Well, I have. You end up between that little wedge.
That's where you go? Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all shit. When I first moved out back in the day, I had a twin waterbed. Yeah, that was my life. My big ass sleeping in a fucking twin waterbed. It was whack, man. But that's all I could afford.
Yeah, the edges look like a muffin top.
So I'm laying in this fucking twin waterbed, right? Now get this. I had this little girlfriend that used to come home. We both, twin waterbed, right?
Sure, yeah.
So I broke up with her, but I made the mistake. I don't think I told the story before. I made a mistake. She had her shit over my house, right? And when your kids start getting of age, let me talk to them about the miscues of relationships. Don't let them leave a toothbrush, a fucking sock, a purse. You say but they hide shit around the house, right? And they'll be like marking the territory, like a fucking cat.
Yeah.
Spraying all over the fucking place.
Yeah, because I got to come back and get my blah, blah, blah. I got to go back and see
right.
my blah, blah, blah.
So,
yeah.
She had a toothbrush, but then she had all this other shit. And I was like, what the fuck? All this fucking shit, right? So I got all her shit together, right? And instead of putting it outside the fucking door, okay, I took the key and I put it under the mat because I don't want nobody to take her shit. You know?
Right, yeah.
I should have left it out there. Wasn't my fucking problem. So I leave the key under there, and the night before I had been out, shaking my ass to Morris Day, right? Fishnet Black Pantyhose. He's got a song called Fishnet Black Pantyhose off a Daydreaming album. Anyway, so I had a bunch of numbers on my fucking dresser. Don't ask me where I was. I know I wasn't at work because I only worked 10 to 3:30, and that was like hell for me. And this was nighttime.
I got places to be.
So I left the key in there, and I was with my roommate, and he's got a key, so I'll get back in. So my roommate leaves first. And then he calls me where I'm at, and he's like, yo, you need to come home. I'm like, what happened? He's like, yo, you just need to come home. I go home, and she found the fucking numbers and fucking womaned out on me, went full estrogen, and cut my waterbed. And we lived on the second fucking floor. So the guys below me were two divorced, like, Marines and shit. And they didn't take no fucking shit. They were, like, grown men at the time. Grown men, they were like 27. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter.
Grown men,
Ex-Marines, grown men, yeah.
Pissed. They were
terrifying.
And it got all over my fucking computer. I didn't know you could have computers in the house at this particular point in time. That's how long ago this was. Hey, you got a fucking computer? You're rich, I don't want to, goddamn right I do. It's expensive, So, yeah, she cut up my fucking waterbed and cut up my clothes and shit. That was, so anyhow, that happened with my twin waterbed, right? So then I doubled down. Then I got a queen waterbed, right? She's gone. I get this fucking queen waterbed, right? Worst mistake ever, man. Worst mistake ever, and I'll tell you
That's
why.
a lot of water.
Because no, my roommate had one too, and we, for jokes, right? We, for jokes, would unplug each other's waterbed in the wintertime so the water would get cold. Yeah. And you know how long it takes that fucking thing to warm up?
A day?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
At least. A minimum of a fucking day. And so then you bring, little Miss Thing that you met over here, and you're trying to get your thing together.
And it's
freezing
cold.
It's cold, so now you got, fucking carpet burns on your knees and shit.
Yeah, because, the water's cold. Yeah, everybody knows what it's like when the water gets cold.
Whoever invented waterbeds, good on them because they made a killing. Worst fucking invention.
But whatever happened? Why'd they go away?
I don't know, but the reason I bring this up, and I'm going on and on about it, is because the last waterbed store that I know of in this fucking United States just closed down not too far from your fucking house. And I was surprised it was still open this long.
I told him that I'm done with my waterbed. I'm done. I got to go to a traditional bed now. Yeah. And so, they closed down.
Again, it's a lot of fucking work to get the point across in a waterbed. That's all I know, man.
Waterbed. Honestly, I have. I don't know why they disappeared, but that's incredible. I always, as a kid, I thought it was kind of silly. Like, what if you're on and it just breaks, and then you, again, going back to, what if you drown in it? In my mind, you could drown in a waterbed. They terrified me. Yeah. Because of that. I'm telling you, now I'll jump in, I'll go swimming. I have no problem swimming. I just want to put that out there. But I am terrified that everyone around me is going to die. Like, if you and I go out swimming,
not happening.
In my mind, you're going to drown and die.
Oh, no, because I'm not getting in the fucking water, man. Crocs see a rise in sales amid coronavirus because nobody's going outside. Do you own a pair of Crocs?
Not the brand, but a similar style shoe,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Do not own a pair. I think the only place you would wear them is probably around a pool or a beach. I think they'd be good there. Yeah. Or maybe out gardening. Did I just say that?
Yeah.
Garden. I don't give a shit.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Gardening's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Vegetables or flowers, it doesn't matter.
I just gave the maple farmer a bunch of shit, though, so then I have to admit that I'm pretty proud of my tomatoes and peppers. I am. I don't give a fuck. But Crocs are blowing up around the world because people aren't getting fucking dressed. And we already dumbed down the way we dress. We already did.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
In public. So when this shit goes away and motherfuckers start dressing again, I expect to see. That brings me to this.
Because I've gone almost. If anyone's listening back to this, I had surgery end of February.
If anyone's listening back to this, is that what you just said? I hope. Numbers have been good. You know something I don't?
That's true. But if anyone new listening, which reminds me, the Bahamas think that we're pretty legit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
nice.
Yeah, we are in the we're in the top numbers for the Bahamas. So thank you to our Bahama listeners.
Let me ask you, how many numbers are there? Because you say the top, there could be 300. We could be 149.
I don't know, but we were in
looking good.
Yeah, we're in the top 30.
Nice.
So there's got to be people beyond us. I'm assuming.
Yeah. I like it.
So in the Bahamas, we're doing good.
That's badass.
Yeah. So what was I talking about before I got sidetracked? Because
waterbed, Crocs.
Surgery. So I had surgery last February.
Okay.
And it's been almost a year now, and I think I've put something other than sweatpants on maybe 3 times. I wear shorts in the summer because it's hot, but they're sweatpant shorts. Other than that,
so you're gonna be among these people.
I've rocked sweatpants. Sometimes, so I have a nice leather coat. I'll put on my nice leather coat, and I'll put on fancy shoes just to mess with people at the store.
With sweatpants?
Yeah, with sweatpants.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, you know what? Who cares? If I have to wear a mask and walk in to a store and keep my distance, which doesn't seem like a lot of people do because they all talk to us. Like you're with me. But then I got my sweatpants on and fancy shoes because I kind of want people to talk to me. Like we've said before, it's hard meeting people now in these times.
It is.
And so I'm like, look, I dress like an idiot. I saw a girl wearing 2 pair of sunglasses yesterday coming out the store. Her hair was purple.
Okay.
She had a pair of green sunglasses on, like the 80s, like neon green flat sunglasses. She had a pair of green and purple sunglasses on, fishnet stockings, and she had a shopping cart full of full of food.
Was it full of chips? Or was it full of vegetables?
No, like she was gonna go home and make herself a roast or a stew, and it took me off guard, and I was like, okay, yeah, she's probably wearing Crocs. I didn't notice the shoes.
Hey, how far are we from, speaking of reality shows and new designs and stuff, how far are we from a society having a show where can you recognize your girl's ass or can she recognize your balls? You know what I mean? Like you got 8 guys up there and they stick their balls through this fucking hole.
I'm pretty sure that probably exists. Like I can't imagine it would be mainstream, but I'm pretty sure it's there.
I gotta look for that.
Why wouldn't it be there? There's you're drinking that smart water there. You probably diagnose it. It's there. It's out there.
I struggle at night. I'm like a fucking werewolf, man. I am. It's only at night when I'm sitting there and it's quiet, right?
How do people sleep with only water?
Yeah, dude, and explain to me why I drink all this fucking water and I'm still thirsty. It kind of scares me, man.
Yeah.
I should be well hydrated.
I've watched you now the last couple of weeks drink those smart waters, and they're not the little ones. They're not the little 12 to 20 ounce bottles. Those are huge.
It's only about 6 inches, isn't it?
Yeah. As far as anyone in my world knows, that's like 34. This flask is at least 8 to 10 inches.
I have no idea why I'm still fucking thirsty, but whatever, man.
Because I don't know. It's cleaning out decades of whatever you've been usually putting in the flask.
Well, guys, let me say this. I can guarantee you there'll be 2 drunk people in the woodshed next week. I guarantee you that. Okay? I promise you that. Wood, is that what you're saying?
That is what I am saying. Guys, to all of you that have tuned into us live, appreciate you for hanging out with us. For all of you listening afterwards, I promise it'll get better. Keith will get better. We're going to have an intervention. We're going to have an intervention with him.
I love how I'm doing something for my fucking health, and you guys are coming down on me, man. Come on, man. You were so much more fun when you did heroin. I know, man. I know you're trying to get a job, man. I realize that, but I just want you to just take one fucking hit for old time's sake, buddy. Come on. Fuck it. I'll buy.
I love it. I love it, guys. So we'll be here. Yes, we will be here next week. Same place, a little later in the afternoon. However, we will have an extra body in here. I promise you do not want to miss it. We're going to rant and rave about the food that we ate.
I'm going to wear my robe again.
I like it.
I'm going to wear my robe again.
Yeah, we had one of our live listeners say, I'll let you read it later. Anyway, so yeah, guys, tune in next week. Now that you've made it through this week, we've got a special guest in.
Special?
Special? I was when the words leave your mouth, you can't take them out or take them back. We have a guest in. Either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. And as Keith said, 2 of us will probably be drunk. Maybe in one of those 2. The other one is undecided at this point, but we're going to eat some good food. We're going to have a good time. You know where to find us, guys. We're at SoWhutChuSayin.com. And for Mac, a different Mac that I'm told, website is working, and it's working just fine. Okay. SoWhutChuSayin.com. You can even put the www in front of it if you'd like, if you want to go back to when the internet first started.
Gosh, that was so much fucking work, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Even just to say it. Yeah, right. www. 3dub. You know?
Even that. Yeah. Just say the thing. Anyway.
But that's now. But before you had to put that fucking shit in there, you were going nowhere.
www. So, guys, you can even put https://www.sowhatchusayin.com. That's where we're at.
That's why we pay you the big bucks right there. That's why.
So check us out over there, guys. Thank you so much for the emails that came in this week. We appreciate it. That is SoWhutChuSayin@gmail.com. If you found us, you know how to spell it, so kick us those emails. Go check out our sponsors. They're on the website, and direct links to their businesses and how you can get in contact with them. We did miss the release of Hammer Springs bourbon, but February.
Hammer Spring.
Says
a sober guy.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm here for a reason, man.
This is working.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
But February is coming quick. So, guys, go check them out if you feel like you want to taste that fancy bourbon. Anyway, with that, Keith, I got to tell you, my man, it was a pleasure.
Aceto. We out.
So what you saying? Clips down.